Okay, let me just try this. This was a hard week. It means it's time to listen to some Dimash. Hi, this is Sage of the Stage. I'm a musician and a vocal coach, and if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Today, once again, I'm going to react to the wonderful Dimash Daybreak. This video was requested by my Patreon supporter, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah, for loving Dimash so much, and knowing Dimash, this song is arriving just at the right time for me. And I can't believe that I haven't reacted to this song earlier. I mean, Daybreak, this is a pretty famous song by Dimash, but for some reason, it, went past my radar. Sorry about that, but better late than never. I love Dimash and I just can't wait to listen to the song. I hope this video doesn't get blocked because it seems that Dimash has a new crew that's in charge of YouTube things, and I just hope because this is an older video that they don't mind. But if that happens, a lot of you left an email where I can contact them directly and explain myself to them. I hope everything goes well and I don't have to do that, but if that happens, just know that I will always fight for these videos because I know how much they mean to you and I know how much you enjoy watching them. Thank you for always watching my Dimash reactions. Thank you for sharing my videos, and just thank you for always being here. Without further ado, Dimash Daybreak. Han Hong, that's the original singer of this song. I think this is a song in Chinese, or the original at least is. Even the instrumental is always so lush. This is like a massage. Just what I needed. Damn, those beautiful deep notes. It's like he's singing a duet with himself. Very quiet, very whispery. Very breathy and high. Damn, I forgot how amazing this guy is. His dynamic range is the best one. Dimash. It's so hard not to listen to Dimash and just be completely mesmerized. It's almost impossible. His voice just gives me goosebumps. And that only happens when something is so good, so real, and so pure. And I think that's the best way to describe Dimash. But let's talk a little bit about the singing. He starts very deep, very soft, but then he switches a bit, upwards, I think an octave up, and he sings almost a female role that it kind of sounds like he's singing a duet with himself. Very interesting thing, even for Dimash. We all know Dimash's huge range, but it's not about the range only, it's how he uses it. There are singers with big range, maybe not as big as Dimash, but and they are not as creative with it as he is, in my opinion. And this is just, I'm completely subjective here because I'm so in love with everything Dimash does. I mean, it's obvious by now. I've done like how many Dimash videos so far, and I'm not going to stop. Think about it. I wouldn't be doing this if I really don't love him, because I will get sick of it. I can't listen to something this much if I really don't like it. The way he sings, it's very legato, very fluid, very connected. And it kind of sounds even, I would say, Celtic. It's kind of classical. It is classical, neoclassical, but it has a bit of that kind of Celtic feel, I would say. I'm not sure, but listen to this part. Here. But these pretty high notes. I mean, Dimash is probably the only singer that I know that uses his breath like an instrument, like an extension of his voice, because breath often is not a good thing to be heard. For a long time in singing history, especially in bel canto, which means basically beautiful singing. It's Italian, and Italians are just masters of opera. I mean, that's where basically everything started. And for a long period of time, Italians and these old masters of singing teach their students to produce tone without breath. They even had this thing where they practice in front of a candle, and this is a true story. Like, you sing in front of a candle and you try not to use too much breath, coming out. But if the candle went out, if it died, that means that you're not using your breath completely. It means that you haven't used all of your breath and transformed it into a tone. And for them, it often means that you're not singing the best way that you can, that you're not completely using your breath in the best possible way, that you're maybe not singing completely healthy. But that's maybe true if you're just singing opera, if you're singing too wide, if you're singing with so much tone that, everybody knows how operas sound. But this is not completely operatic, and yet it's not completely pop. So this is just a perfect blend of both worlds. And singing has come a long way since then. You just can't say this is a good thing, this is a bad thing, or there's just one way of singing, because there's not. You already know this, I know this, and at the end of the day, a lot of it has to do with the singer himself. Because not many people, if anybody, could sing something like Dimash can, and Dimash can just make it sound so good. I mean, Dimash, even if he was singing something that maybe wasn't completely technically correct, and I'm not saying that this is it, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, he would still make it sound great. I don't know how, but he's just amazing. Anyway, let's continue listening. The rhythm is kind of building up. We have this guitar, acoustic guitar, and the drums. And let's not forget the pizzicato strings before. Those were great. And you can hear, even when he's going, I don't know if I hate this guy or if I love him. I'm so jealous of his voice. I mean, this guy is brutal. I just wanted to say this thing. You can even notice when he's going upwards, when he's going into this more kind of operatic register, he's using less breath in terms of you can't hear his breath anymore, not as much as in the start. And that's the thing that I was kind of trying to explain with the candle. And he obviously knows this. He's a master. Okay. I think that's an F sharp. Damn it. I mean, very high F sharp. What the hell is that? Brutal guy. And now the operatic soprano voice. Where does this end? What the hell? What the hell? He goes from completely soprano brutal high notes to just singing "ta-ta-da-da, ta-ta-da-da." That's like 2 octave jump, like it's nothing, or even more. I don't want to check because I don't want to check which note it is because I'm just gonna get pissed. you know, I just want to enjoy. And then, like it's nothing. Mutter. Dimash, Dimash. Mother. I'm gonna get back to this part. I don't want to stop it now. Again, F sharp. Brutal guy. Why haven't I reacted to this song earlier? I mean, Dimash. This guy is my cure for depression. Whenever I'm feeling kind of down, whenever I'm feeling tired or something, as I already said, this song came or it arrived for me at the right time. I just needed to hear something like this. I really had a hard week. I've been working my ass off, and this is exactly what I needed. Thank you, Deborah. I won't forget this. Let me go back a little bit. This one was crazy. So many things were going on here. I'm even thinking about doing a different reaction once again and really analyzing every single aspect of it. But for now, let's just check a couple of great parts. Listen. So this is the part when he went from the soprano voice to this. But this. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I mean, watch this. First of all, that run that he does. And to jump on his knees. To jump on his knees and not to lose his tone and not to scream from pain because that feels so painful, dude. I mean, what is he thinking? This guy is amazing. He's really an artist. Great singer, great instrumentalist. Sings in like how many languages? 7 at least. And obviously he doesn't feel pain. I mean, he's a god probably. A demigod at least. Okay, let me just try this. This guy. I want to sing something like him, and I'm gonna try. I don't. That's the only way you can learn. You need to try. I need to do a cover of his song. I mean, I need to practice this one. This is the first time I'm listening to this. I don't have to make a cover of this song, but maybe some other song. What to say, Dimash? There is not a single word that can describe him in this world. I've been trying to think of a word. Perfect? Nah, it doesn't describe him that well. Divine, I don't want to say that he's divine. He's great. He's amazing. But, divine is, well, I don't know. I'm a believer, so, but he's like maybe a demigod. That's kind of like Hercules or something like that, Yeah, that's something that's what Dimash is. But the best way to describe him, to sum all of this up, all his range, every emotion and dynamic range. I mean, this song, he goes from very soft, from exploding. I don't have to understand this song. I can listen to it every single day. That's how amazing it is. And think about it. I don't know, when I'm listening to any other song, that's not in my language or in English, or I mean, I'm listening to them when I'm doing the reactions, but I'm listening to these songs in my spare time, to Dimash's songs or to Dimash's version of the songs, because they are so great. And the best way to sum all of this up is just by saying Dimash. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, like it, share with your friends, consider subscribing, and hit that bell to get notified about my next videos. If you enjoy what I do on the channel and you would like to suggest video ideas like this one, maybe some other Dimash song, consider becoming a part of my Patreon page, because that's where everything is happening. You get to see these videos before anybody else. You get entitled to some cool perks like free MP3 downloads of my cover songs and my original songs, communicating with me directly, giving me ideas for this channel, and just having a bigger say in everything that happens on this channel in general. There are some other cool perks as well, so go check them out if you want. If you want to support in some other way, consider treating me to a cup of coffee with the link in the description. Think about it, coffees aren't that expensive, but every single thing adds up in the end, and it helps me make better and better videos for you guys. It just helps me do this constantly, and it helps me deliver videos that you would like to see the most. I always send a private thank you message to everybody that supports, so if you decide to support, you will get a private thank you response from me as well. If you're interested in singing lessons, check out my website, singeverything.com, consider booking a lesson, and I can teach you a thing or two. I do lessons through Skype, Zoom, What's Video Call, or whatever works for you. And what can I say? Dimash has a very special place in my heart, and I will never stop listening to this guy. Thank you for watching. You look wonderful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.